It's an early start. We're heading off on an extreme day trip. It's 4:22 in the morning. I'm waiting for the first bus at 4:31. Let's see where it heads off to. So whilst I wait for my National Express to take me to the airport, let me explain a little bit about what an extreme day trip is. It means that you get on a plane, you go to another country, but you come back the same night. You're back in your own bed. I've done it plenty of times before. I've been to Geneva a few times. I've been to Amsterdam. I've even been to Barcelona. This time it's a new destination. It's a new country for me. And it's a great way to be able to see somewhere without breaking the bank as well. In Oslo, I'm just waiting at the train station airport to get into Oslo city centre itself. One thing I've gone for is the Oslo Pass. This was about 550 kroner, which works out at about £40. But with that, you can get access to all public transport around Oslo, including to and from the airport. And you can also get many museums included in that entry as well. I've worked it out, it's going to work out cheaper to do that. One thing to note, there is an express train, the Fly to Get trains. The Oslo Pass is not included in that, but the regional trains are pretty quick as well. I think they're only about 2 or 3 minutes slower than the Fly to Get trains. They're just not as frequent, but they do the job just as well. After arriving at Oslo's central station, I took a short 10-minute walk to the Munch Museum, a treasure trove of artistic genius. Edvard Munch, one of Norway's most iconic artists, was raised in Oslo, and this city has been proudly showcasing his work since 1963. The current museum building, opened in 2021, is a stunning architectural marvel that houses an incredible collection of over 28,000 works across 13 floors. Munch's life was marked by tragedy, losing his mother and older sister by the time he was just 13. His art is a powerful reflection of his emotional and psychological state, a testament to his struggles with depression and bereavement. Let's dive in and explore the fascinating world of Munch's art. The real draw here is the Scream, so famous that it's one of only 2 paintings to have its own emoji. There are 3 versions of this artwork on display, a painting, a drawing and a print. But due to the fragility of the art, they're never all on display at the same time. You can find the Scream on the 4th floor of the museum, with the different versions being shown roughly every 30 minutes. It's a beautiful spring day, enjoying a latte, just been around the Munch Museum and we're looking across the fjord. I'm just wandering around here in Oslo city centre. Obviously I'm limited for time, but I've just stumbled upon the Opera House with this absolutely cool roof that you can take a walk up. And it's free to do, so I'm just about to do that now. Let's see what the views are like at the top. Now usually, you'd be arrested for walking on the rooftops of national landmarks, but this building has been designed to be explored at every level. Having been opened in 2008, the Opera House is now very much a part of the scenery, making up the city of Oslo. It's actually really cool. Definitely recommend that. Make sure that you've got your walking shoes on, because it is quite a steep incline, but it's definitely well worth it. Just for a few minutes anyway, but you get some brilliant views all across the city and across the fjord. Visiting the National Palace in Oslo. It's a grand building. It's really spectacular. Just nice to walk around and to admire the grounds around here as well. Breathe in the fresh air. It's a really nice public open space within the city centre. I'm now heading over to the Resistance Museum. Of course, Norway has a huge part to play in the Second World War. It was invaded in 1940, which really was the start of the war in general. Before that, it was a proxy war. So it'll be interesting to see from Norway's point of view, from Norway's standpoint, and to get that perspective. Again, free entry with the Oslo pass. Let's see what it's like. So just been inside the Resistance Museum. It's quite an old museum. It's probably in need of a bit of an update, but whilst you're in the fortress area and if you've got the Oslo pass, it's well worth going in. It's very informative. It shows the struggle that the Norwegians had during the Second World War, but also their fighting spirit as well. It's a story that's not often told, so it's definitely well worth a visit whilst you're here in Oslo. So of course, whilst here, we got to visit, I think it's called the Akershus Fortress and Castle. It's free to walk around, so let's have a look at what you can see whilst here. Try not to slip as I walk down here because I've totally wore the wrong footwear today. Converse and cobbles do not mix. Notes for future self. But what I think is fantastic about this castle, it dates back to medieval times. It dates back to the 1300s. It really is quite stunning and impressive to look at. It's right on the banks of Oslo Fjord as well. Which really does make it such an impressive site that it's in. And really, I genuinely can't say enough how fantastic it is that this is free to walk around. So many of these places in Europe, in Britain, you have to pay, and you have to pay quite a lot to visit a lot of these places. So to have this for free, and it genuinely is probably one of the best places to visit in Oslo. After taking in the sights of the City Hall, which can be enjoyed from different vantage points, and admiring the facade of the Nobel Peace Centre, it was time to head to my next stop of the day. Don't forget as well that Oslo is actually on a fjord, as you can see right here. It's not going to be the most picturesque or beautiful of fjords, but it is still stunning. It still packs a punch. So make sure that you try and incorporate something to do with this body of water into your itinerary whilst in Oslo. You'll regret it if you don't. So make sure that you try and get a cruise or something like that included. I really wanted to. I wanted to get a boat here to Museum Island. Unfortunately, I couldn't do. But next time I come, I'm going to come in summer so as to take advantage of this right behind me. And so that you don't miss out, I've included a link in the description below so that you can book a great value fjord cruise whilst in Oslo via Get Your Guide. So it's time to visit my last museum of the day, which is the Fram Museum, which is about the polar exhibition ship, which really is in Norway's DNA. It's in their blood. So it's a great museum to finish off on. Let's see what it's all about. Fram was a revolutionary ship designed to conquer the Arctic, reaching farther north than anyone had gone before, with the ultimate goal of reaching the North Pole. This incredible vessel has been lovingly preserved, offering a glimpse into the lives of the brave explorers who called it home during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. As you explore the museum, you'll be transported back in time to the harsh yet majestic world of Arctic exploration. The ceiling's clever design recreates the challenging conditions faced by the crew, giving you a real sense of what life was like on board this remarkable ship. I must say, the first thing I thought when I knew I was coming here was that this was going to give me Cutty Sark vibes. It kind of does, but it's more interactive, so definitely enjoying it a lot better. You realise how claustrophobic I was a bit on here, but just check out that dummy behind me. Let's go. Okay, I've just stumbled upon some sort of interactive ice cave. It's freezing cold in here. The bodies and the walls as well. The ship also accomplished some fascinating engineering and scientific feats. It was the first wooden ship to survive the pressure of ice freezing all around it. And by doing that, it was able to prove that the ocean current beneath the Arctic ice sheet flows from east to west. I think another thing that's good to note is that Fram Museum is actually located away from Oslo itself on Museum Island. During the summer you can get there on a boat. Unfortunately I've come just a week before the summer season starts, even though it is absolutely glorious. I got a bus here which was included in the Oslo Pass. I'm here on a Monday as well, and a lot of museums are closed on Mondays. That actually made things easier for me to choose which ones to go to. I wasn't inundated or didn't have too much choice to go through. I'm only here for a day after all. And Fram would have been one that I would have chosen as well. So if you're here in Oslo and if you're staying for a few days, make sure that you do come down to Museum Island, but perhaps don't come on a Monday. If you're here for a few days, come on a different day so that you can buy in some of the other museums that are nearby. That pretty much brings an end to my day here in Oslo. How much did it all cost? Well, the flights cost £80 return. On top of that, I got the Oslo Pass, which cost £40, and all public transport was included with that. I was a bit tight. I made my own sandwiches yesterday, and I just had one latte, which cost about £5. So all in all, the whole day came to £125. Would you be able to get a trip for that? I really doubt it. I really don't think you would. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed having a look around Oslo, and it's given you some ideas as to what you can do when you're here. I'll be back soon with some more travel content, with some more reviews, so you know what to do. Hit that subscribe and that like button below. Until then, I'll catch you next time. Ciao for now.